Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. How's everybody doing tonight here on a Saturday, man? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got some news, and then we have some SmackDown recap. So the first one is Gunther has broken Pedro Morales' record, so he is now the second all-time Intercontinental Champion. And here in the next few weeks, he will break the Honky Tonk Man's record and become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. Congratulations to Gunther, man. Huge accomplishment for him. Let's see how much further he'll take it, but huge congratulations to Gunther going forward. Another one is Rikishi. Send out a picture on social media saying, and the picture said, don't forget to or come meet Rikishi before he referees at Payback. Where a lot of people believe that what's going to happen is there's going to be a match between Jimmy and Jey Uso, and he's going to referee because they're both his kids. So he might have spoiled it, but now he's saying it was a mistake by the promotion. They didn't need to do that. He said false advertisement. So I don't know, he could have fucked up. We don't know, man. Last night on SmackDown, we had Jey Uso supposedly walk out of WWE saying he was done with the bloodline. SmackDown in the WWE and walked away. And today, on WWE's website, they have they took him away from an active wrestler and they put him on the alum, which means those are wrestlers that in real life have left WWE. So pretty interesting that WWE doing that. We don't know where they're going to go from here. Some people believe backstage, some of the writers and producers won the match. They want to milk it until WrestleMania, which is not for another, 7 months? So that would be crazy. But we'll see what direction they go in. The pay-per-view is already, less than 3 weeks is Payback. So it's not like they have a lot of time to stall. So interesting to see where they go from here, man. Interesting to see where they go from here, ladies and gentlemen. Moving forward, let's see here. Austin Theory lost his championship last night to Rey Mysterio. He is no longer the United States champion. This is after being champion for 259 days. Pretty damn long reign, but didn't really do much. He did defeat some good superstars like John Cena, Seth Rollins. But really cooled off, I thought, here in 2023. He had a John Cena match at WrestleMania, but didn't really gain, if not anything, lose momentum after he beat John Cena at WrestleMania. So I don't know. Austin Theory really cooled off. At this point, I don't even know if Vince McMahon is still on him. I think he might have just completely cooled off. We'll see where they go from here. And last one, Kenny Omega. They were trying to do Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson for All In. They were hoping that Bryan Danielson can recover, but that is not to appear the case. So instead, they're probably going to do a tag team match between Kenny Omega and Takesha Ibushi. And I don't know who else they said. And then they're going to versus Takeshita Hashishita and the Bullet Club Gold, Jay White and Juice Robinson. And then they're going to do the singles match the following week for All Out versus Kenny Omega and Takeshita Hashishita. Yeah, I mean, that whole back-to-back pay-per-views is a mess for AEW, man. They're literally trying to, what do we want to do here, but then what do we want to do next week? Yeah, that's if anything, Payback should be their pay-per-view, right? So then they can just say, well, we can just do all the rematches from All In the next week on Payback. That's the name of the pay-per-view. Anyways, I think that is it. I'm going to have to sit down. My foot hurts. If anything, let's see here. Actually, you know what? We're done. Let's do SmackDown recap. SmackDown from August 11. Let's see here. August 11th SmackDown here tonight on a freaking Saturday. Alrighty, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Where the fuck is the guy I usually go to here? Here we go. Here we go. SmackDown from freaking Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Alberta. Here we go. Freaking it starts off with freaking a random women's ass match between Charlotte Flair and Asuka. I thought it was maybe for the number one contender, but then I'm like, no, it's not even that. Why would they should include Baby Belair? Anyways, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Asuka end up interfering. No contest. They just beat the shit out of both Asuka and Flair, and they're just standing tall, celebrating. I don't know about this. This was for a SmackDown. Usually, SmackDown is very fast paced. This was a very slow show. I thought very slow moving show. And then we get freaking Caleb Bronston interviewing Santos Escobar backstage, talking about his match with Austin Theory tonight for a chance to win the United States Championship. But then he gets attacked by Austin Theory. He smashes him with the freaking, he smashes his leg up. And so that's pretty much the theme of like the first half of the show. People are wondering, is Santos Escobar going to be able to compete? Let's move forward. Then we get AJ Styles versus freaking Karrion Kross. Man, kind of a sloppy match, especially Karrion Kross messed some stuff up. At some point, they really got pissed at each other. AJ Styles was trying to like body slam him, and Karrion Kross kind of went for a low blow. Very sloppy fight. AJ Styles wins it again at the end. They kind of, adjusted it, and at the end, I guess it was a little bit of a better match, But, man. This was a really bad look for Karrion Kross, right? Because we know AJ Styles how fantastic he is. So everybody's going to blame it on Karrion Kross. And once again, I believe he faced him 3 times and beat him up 3 times. So it really made Karrion – they didn't really do much for Karrion Kross this whole feud as he lost all 3 of the matches. And then we get a segment with freaking we get a segment with Edge, man. Edge is talking about how, I knew I wasn't even advertised for tonight, but when I saw they were in Canada, I had to come down here and say hello to you guys here. And then next week in Toronto, man, it's my 25th anniversary, man. We're going to celebrate it. And what better way to celebrate it than have a match with a friend, a guy I haven't wrestled here in all the times we've been here over 10 years. And the fact that I haven't wrestled him blows my mind. And he tells a story about Sheamus, how back in, 2018, 2019, Sheamus called him about making a video for his YouTube channel. Like, let's make something, man. Let's do something. I want to film with you. So he went over to Edge's hometown, and they freaking filmed like a bicycle video going up mountains. And Edge took a very hard fall, and he got bruised up and everything. And Edge is like, man, when people see this on YouTube, they're gonna be like, why is it okay for him to like fall off a bike like that, but can't do body slams? And that's when he's like, maybe I can wrestle after all. And then he started, training, and that he said he called Sheamus, and him and Sheamus had a few matches at Edge's house in the ring. He's like, Sheamus was the one that was honest with me, and I knew he was gonna be honest with me, and he told me you're ready, and I felt ready, and it was thanks to Sheamus that I was able to come back 3 years ago and do this again, man. So I want to face him, man, in my hometown on my 25th anniversary in Toronto. And then freaking Sheamus comes out, and he's like, he tells a story like, hey, man, he shows some pictures and videos of the YouTube video. I guess I don't know if that YouTube video ever came out or not, but he's like, hey, I've been hiding these pictures and videos for freaking years. And then freaking he tells a story about, hey, man, back in 2004, 2005, the WWE came down to the UK, and I'm like, what a better way to ask for advice if I want to continue my wrestling career or continue my regular job. And he said pretty much everybody just sent him to hell, and the only one that talked to him and gave him good advice was Edge. And he said, you gave me hell of advice. If it's not for you back then, we're not even here tonight, man. So they're just, it's a feel-good moment, like a legit shoot between Edge and Sheamus. And, you know, they pretty much kind of trash talk a little bit, but in a friendly way. And they agreed to have a match next week. Sheamus, Edge, in Toronto on Edge's 25th year anniversary. Let's see what happens, man. But a very feel-good moment. This might have been, honestly, possibly might have been the best part of the show. It definitely top to be part of the show. Let's move forward, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move forward. Then we get LA Knight and some weird Top Dollar again. Whatever. He's feuding with Hit Row now, I guess. Whatever. Remember, he called him a few weeks ago. He called him Uncle Phil. Obviously, you know, some interference by B-Fab and Ashante, but not obviously. LA Knight still survives. LA Knight wins. Whatever. And then we get a segment with the Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits talking about how they're going to take over. Like, you were guys who were already successful as a tag team, but you now with me, you're even going to be more successful. So we'll see. My feeling is they might replace the Bloodline. They even took a shot, didn't they? They're like, it's time for some new blood here, and time for everybody to fall in line. So they might be the faction that I can see them like being the faction that replaces the Bloodline. Honestly, I really could. But we'll see. Anyways, let's move forward. And then we get the attempt of Austin Theory versus Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar is making his way to the ring. He's limping, and again, Austin Theory attacks him. And this time he can't get up. He can't compete. Austin Theory's in the ring saying, "Hey, man, I wanted to defend my championship tonight, but I guess, oh well. Referee, just come here and raise my hand. He's just too weak for me." And then Ray gets all pissed, and he's like, "You know what? I'll replace him." Adam Pearce says, "That's fine." So then instead it was Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio. And frickin' Rey Mysterio won the frickin' championship, man. Rey Mysterio's your new United States champion. Santos Escobar and the rest of the new Latino World Order come out to celebrate with him. And hey, everybody's so happy, man. Finally, that championship is off Austin Theory. It was a very bad title reign, especially after WrestleMania with John Cena. So yeah, we needed some new fresh. We're kind of already stuck with a lot of, obviously with Roman Reigns, we're stuck. We're kind of stuck with Gunther right now, at least until he breaks the record. So it felt good. You know, right now, outside of the woman titles and the tag team title and the United States Championship, you can't do much with the belts right now, right? So it's like, okay, let's look at a new, fresh something, a new United States champion. So it was good to see, man. And then I think we got the main event already, right? The final segment, man. Roman Reigns comes out and he asks for Jimmy. Paul Heyman's like, I don't know where he is, man. And then Jimmy just comes out. He's like, hey, man, what's up? And then Roman's like, man, I owe you one. I admit it. What do you want? You want a sports car? You want a boat? A private airplane? What do you want, man? I got you, man. And I don't want anything coming from you, man. It's like, oh, I get it. You don't want any material stuff. What do you want? Power? Hey, let's do this. Let's replace you. Let's name you main event Jimmy. We can make a shirt and everything. And then freaking Jay music hits. And he's like, Jimmy, 37 years of brothers, man. We have a great relationship, man. Don't have me throw down the toilet right here by beating your ass. Tell me why you did what you did at SummerSlam. And he's like, hey, man, I did it because I was afraid of losing you, man. I was afraid that if you became tribal chief, you were going to get on the power and you were going to become a manipulated asshole like him. And I didn't want you to that to happen. I was scared, man. So that's why he did it, man. And he's like, man, come on, man. Let me forgive me, man. But if you don't forgive me, I live with it, man. That I just wanted to tell you I did it because I was afraid of what was going to happen to you, man. And then he's trying to like hug him, but then Jay just turns his back on him. And then freaking Jimmy just gets out of the ring and starts walking away. And then Roman starts laughing. He's like, man, these two, man, can't do anything right, man. I keep telling you, man, you guys can't do anything right. And then freaking Jay gets mad. He super kicks Roman. Then Solo starts attacking Jay, and then another super kick to Solo trying to go for the Samoan Spike. Jay gets out of it. He hits him with a super kick. And then Roman hits Jay with a Superman punch. And then he's about to hit him with the spear. But Jay, again, another super kick. And Jay instead hits Roman with a spear. And then he gets out of the ring and he's calling Jimmy. Everybody thinking they're going to hug it out. And Jimmy's like, Jimmy's about to go receive the hug. And as he's about to go receive the hug, bam, freaking Jay hits him with a super kick. He takes out Jimmy. So both Roman is laying down in the ring, Jimmy's laying down on the ramp, and Jay says, I'm out of WWE. I'm done with the Bloodline. I'm done with SmackDown. I'm out of WWE. Walks through the crowd. The show's pretty much over. Like I said, today, WWE website has officially placed Jay on the Alum site, which just means wrestlers that are no longer with the company. So let's see where they're going from this. Like I said, if they had like 5-7 weeks between pay-per-views, I would, okay, they kind of have, but you don't have 3 weeks. So I'm like, it's not like you have a lot of time to stall on this. But let's see where they go from here, man. Let's see where they go from here, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Now, something I would say that I guess was a good sign, that the fact that Roman Reigns and Jay got physical, I think that's a good sign. That means that Roman is healthy, right? They wouldn't not have done that if he wasn't healthy. He took a spear. I think that injury, whatever it was, he must be fine now. Except no way you get fit. No way they let him get physical like that if they know he's hurt. That's your meal ticket right now. If you're the WWE, that's your biggest star. So that, in a way, that's what nobody else was talking about. I'm like, but the fact that Jay and Roman got physical means that Roman's actually healthy and is not hurt, or at least not as hurt as we thought. But let's see what the future holds, man. We'll see what happens, man. But until next time, I'm finished.